On 1420 WEMB.
Marky Billson here, Tri-City Sports Now, 1420 WEMB Sports Radio, www.jetbroadcasting.live. Also 1420 WEMB Sports Radio, where Angie Moore Metcalf has just won 4 free tickets to go to Dollywood, courtesy us just for liking us on Facebook, and you can watch the show archived when you like 1420 WEMB Sports Radio on Facebook as well. We are now the most liked sports radio station and most followed in the market, which is really saying something when you consider our signal isn't what some of our competitors are. There you go. We're talking a little bit, change in baseball. It's not like I'm against change. Not one of these, guys right there. Look, but there are changes that aren't so good. Good change. Hey, let's make more money. That's good change. Let's do that. Here's bad change. But they get on me if I say something chauvinistic, so I'm not going to say it. Okay, I thought of something real that all the male audience really would have accepted and enjoyed, but I'm just not going. I could, but yeah. Anyway, be the David Letterman type of thing right there, Just sort of, it's best now that you hold your tongue, wish to stay employed. So here's bad change. You go to the gas station. You ever notice this? And you've got the hoses and they don't reach your tank. That bothers me. That bothers me a lot, and that happens a lot. It used to be you could go, oh, wait a minute here, I go pull the hose across the car, and all that. No more. What is it, the shortage of rubber or something like that? Ridiculous here, They could run over the hose, Marky, and all that. You got the string right there. What else is bad change? This goes back about new Coke. Max Headroom like new Coke. That's all you need to know. If you don't know who Max Headroom is, you're a better man than I. You're not a child of the 80s, obviously, but you have to basically be one to know who Max Headroom was. There you go. All right, how much was the odds today on that? We got Angie Moore Metcalf winning those Dollywood tickets, but what were the odds of a Max Headroom reference on this show? Could somebody give the odds there? Could C-3PO come out there and explain that to us and all that? What are the odds of both C-3PO and a Max Headroom reference? There you go. Okay, so that's why you listen to me, Marky Billson, on Tri-City Sports Now. All right, now we get with that. Miley Cyrus twerking. The Miley Cyrus pixie cut era. That was not a good change. No. That was not as exciting as the, what a kiss with Stella Maxwell may have been. No, it was not, got a little tacky right there. That was not good change. She may have said that she couldn't stop and she wouldn't stop. Thankfully, she stopped that path. So Miley Cyrus was an example of change that was not so great. She's coming back to her senses now, that sort of thing. Seeing her now, she's very pretty again, all that sort of stuff. So these are changes that aren't so good. When you have something that worked, and that's one of the things that bothers me. Bud Selig, well, we needed change. Hey, look, I can tell you change needed in baseball. Bud Selig, I tip my hat to you, basically getting chewing tobacco out of the game. I think that's good. But we don't need an extra base. And really, one of the changes, you think about this, and I mentioned this, that the end of the complete game has gotten to the point where we now have pitchers that are striking out more hitters per innings pitched than ever before. Part of that also is hitting philosophy. But when you are playing that game, we are also having a situation where pitchers are not pitching, they are throwing, and they are throwing out their arms because of that. And because of that, we are seeing the 5-inning starting pitcher with the 9 strikeouts and the 4 walks and 3 hits allowed or whatever it is, 2 of them for homers. and then 4 relief pitchers. And suddenly, this is not the same game, and you are now taking away a star of the game, that being the dominant starting pitcher. Now, yes, you have Justin Verlander going today for the American League. He's definitely a star pitcher. You know? One could argue, hey, he's baseball's Tom Brady. He's got Kate Upton. Brady has Gisele Bündchen. All right, if you're along that sort of a mindset, I'm a lifelong bachelor who sometimes says, no, I really don't, no, I don't want to hear the nagging. You know, so that gets me a little bit where I'm like, okay, who cares? You know, but let's just discuss this. How many star starting pitchers? Used to be, you know, the number one pitcher on every staff was a quote-unquote baseball star. You de-emphasize the starting pitcher, you de-emphasize what you have to pay them. See, that's a change. He's not telling you that now, is he? And here he says, making change in baseball was challenging. Let's hear what Bud Selig has to say about this.
All institutions seem resistant to change, but changing the economics was tough, really tough. For instance, my first big change was the wild card. Well, I got killed. And look where we are today. We have 2 more wild card teams, and where would we be without it? And so that was true of everything.
Where would we be without it? With more interest in the postseason, because it wouldn't be an afterthought since the 7th game of the World Series is played in conjunction with high school football playoffs starting up, or after Halloween. Or forgotten about because football season in the NFL is half over, and it's 2/3 over in college football. And frankly, you start wondering, when the 2014 Giants won the World Series as number 5 seed, why did we play the regular season in the first place? Just like I'm starting to ask, why did we have the home run derby in the first place when Vladimir Guerrero hits 91 home runs, Pete Alonso has 56, but Alonso is the winner? Well, he won a championship round, Mark. You know, where would we be right now? Maybe in 2006, a world champion would have won more than, what was it, 82 games in a regular season, 83? Changing the economics of baseball, it still is. Small market teams can't keep a team together. Bud Selig tried to contract 2 teams, the Twins and the Expos, following a really exciting World Series in 2001. He failed. Good. ESPN tried to contract 28 teams, everybody but the Red Sox and the Yankees. They succeeded. All right. But the Appalachian League still goes on. Speaking of the Twins, they named their players of the week here, and let me give you that. They were not local players, but the Bluefield Blue Jays. Joseph Reyes was the player of the week, and the Blue Jays right-handed pitcher Jared DeCesar was the pitcher of the week. Reyes is 21 years old, player of the week honors. Following a dominant week, he hit .368 with 4 homers in 5 games. And he produced 13 runs, I guess 10 RBIs, and 7 runs scored. Take away the home runs from that, you see that's how that goes. Okay, he is a New Yorker from All Hallows High School in New York City, and last year he was the Gulf Coast Jays. So 21, yeah, and playing the Appalachian League out of high school is a little bit old, actually, to be brutally honest with you, but he had a good week, so maybe now he can advance up the chain of the Blue Jays. DeCesar is also 21 years old. Jared DeCesar, the pitcher for the Jays from Bluefield. He went, this is the thing, this is the changes of baseball, the changing economics, here we go. Well, he went 5 innings, so now he's player of the week. Think about that. 5 innings, scoreless, 2 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts, in an outstanding start back on Saturday. Played at George Mason, and was drafted out of George Mason in the 17th round. So DeCesar, yeah, 21 years old, drafted out of college, George Mason as the case may be, that is a little bit higher on the pecking order and a little bit, hey, time ain't running out for you than a 21-year-old who never played college baseball in the Appy League. By the way, up in Rochester for the Red Wings, Minnesota Twins AAA team, Jalen Davis was just named the International League Player of the Week, so there's a player to watch. He was with the Twins in 2016. That's a decent enough, progression, rise, rookie league in 2016, AAA in 2019. But last week for the Red Wings, Jalen Davis, the former Elizabethan Twin, hit .467 with 4 home runs and 3 doubles. So he had a pretty good week. 4 home runs, .467 for the Rochester Red Wings. There you go. I got to take a break. I'll give you some more Appalachian League stuff and some more baseball talk before the All-Star game. I do think, let's see here. Should I get to... I have my story on the football players, Pro Football Hall of Fame, and, who is now being projected to make an expanded ballot, but I think I'm going to have to hold off on that for the second straight day. Yeah, Tri-City Sports Now. Love baseball talk.
Theater is a world-renowned destination attraction in Southwest Virginia.